Well, you know what humans are, man? Really?
What?
A vector for ideas.
Yeah.
It's ideas that change everything. The humans just do the work of the ideas.
Right.
What we are, we're the first thing that can manipulate our environment that has ideas. We're the first thing with ideas. All these other animals, they had instincts.
Right.
They had ideas in terms of like trying to figure out the best patterns to acquire food, how to sneak up on birds.
Yeah.
But if you think cats have ideas, well, guess what? They all have the same fucking idea. Like, cats aren't inventing shit.
Right.
You know, they're not inventing things. There's a specific kind of idea that's unique to a human being. Regardless of the sentience of other animals, ours is unique in that it allows us to make stuff. Not just little things. We can make gigantic machines that travel into space, and all the wild creations of human beings all came out of ideas. We think it's all humans, but true, we're the ones that put forth. But if you're a thing that wants to get born and you need a host, you get that curious ape that's just been trying to figure out better ways to stab its neighbor with a spear. Get that thing and slowly infect it with ideas.
Right.
Ideas of new stuff to make.
Yeah.
And then it goes out and does the work for you, and then you take over the earth. The ideas have taken over the earth. The people are just the toys of the ideas. Now, if instead of ideas you said demons, I mean, that's literally what people used to think was happening to folks when they did terrible things. They had bad ideas, they acted on those bad ideas, and ancient religions thought of those ideas like they were demons, like these people were possessed. That was a common thought, that someone's possessed by a demon.
Still is.
We're all possessed by ideas, and some possessed by them more than others. Like Elon Musk is particularly haunted. He's possessed by ideas.
Swarms of ideas.
And what does he do? Well, look at what he's done. He's one guy that's probably had more of an impact on our perception of what the future holds in terms of technology than any other one individual human being that is widely known of like he is, a famous human like he is. I mean, he's doing Tesla, which is the most advanced electric cars in the world. They're insane.
Yeah.
Then he's doing this fucking loop thing, right? The hyper or the boring project where he's boring. Well, he's doing the hyperloop. He's doing the boring project. He's making tunnels under LA and Vegas, and you're gonna be able to shoot through those tunnels going 120 miles an hour. And then he's making rockets that shoot up into space. Oh, and solar power too. Yeah. Like what? How is one guy's doing all this? What's going on there? Well, that guy's infected by ideas. That guy probably has a huge receptor, and ideas have clung on to him. Just like some girls have big tits, some people have crazy parts of their brain that soaks in ideas, and it's no rhyme or reason to why. But what they are is an antenna for ideas. Those ideas come up, and you're like, wow, I'm glad I thought of that. And then you go to work on fracking. You go to work on all kinds of different crazy things that change the world forever. Whoever invented Fukushima, right? He's like, I'll figure out how to shut it off when that time comes.
We'll figure it out.
No one ever does. But that person talked people, or that group of people whose ideas all coincided, talked people into building a gigantic nuclear furnace that you can never shut off.
Yeah. How crazy is that? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
We scan the skies for meteor impacts, but we have no way to scan human consciousness for some incoming idea.
Yeah.
Because some ideas coming in are going to be great, but there's going to be a few that are really bad ideas. Like, you know, Hitler, he had an idea. Yeah. And it was a bad fucking idea.
And he implemented that terrible idea.
That idea was just floating in the astral plane, gradually just shooting towards Hitler's fucking brain.
That idea is fueled by an ecosystem. And just like you're fueled by nutrients, right? Human beings are fueled by plants and fish and animals and vitamins and all these different things. Well, these ideas are fueled. They're fueled by insecurity and ego and lust and greed and jealousy and anger and virtue and love and prosperity and comfort and community, and all those different components of human consciousness all interact with this idea. So the idea becomes like it just hitches a ride. It hitches a ride with all these ideas that already exist in your brain. Yeah. And then with these pre-existing structures like businesses and warehouses and all these different things that we use to make stuff and then ship it out, then the idea becomes a thing. And then the idea winds up in the belly of a seagull because it looks like a fish. Whoops. Sorry. You're dead.
Right.
You're dead,
Right.
seagull. You couldn't figure out that that's a bottle cap.
Wow.
Not a fish. And that this is how things change. They don't just change because of people. We're blaming ourselves. And it is definitely us that's doing the work. But it's all coming out of ideas. If we thought of ideas as a life force, instead of thinking ideas as like something you own, something you hold, but even though you do deserve credit for your ideas because your discipline to sit down and try to cultivate these ideas accelerates the production of those ideas and exercises the muscle through which those ideas come through focus and energy. So you deserve credit for it. This is not a socialist way of looking at it, but everybody that has an idea that's really good will tell you it's like it came out of nowhere. Like every great bit that you've ever had, it's like pop, a light bulb goes off and you have this thought and it comes out of nowhere.
Right.
That's like most things that you write that are really cool. They kind of come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You just sit there and then all of a sudden you think of things and you write them out. They're an idea that you're wrestling. You just catch them. Catch them.
Well, this is why I love collaborating with people, because the more people you collaborate with, you, instead of just using your own brain as the net to catch these ideas, when you have a group of people sharing whatever the intention may be, whether it's to make like flesh-eating robots or to cure cancer or whatever, then that becomes this like amazing solar panel for like big ideas, you know? So, I mean, this is to me the weirdest thing about when you're working with a group of people or collaborating with people. If, someone's off, you will sink to that level. But if you're, when you're around funny people, you get funnier.
Yes.
When you're around like people who can draw, you can draw a little better. It's like something about being in a group.
Sure.
Share. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that works that way with martial arts.
Really?
It works that way with pool. When you watch people play pool that are really good, you can play better. If you're a player, like you see someone play really good, you realize like things that they do and you see them and you emulate them and then you can do it. We feed off of each other in that respect. I think that's a big argument for why the Comedy Store is so good. Because there's so many great comics there, and we all feed off each other.
That's right.
If you're going on after Jesselnick, you're like, "Fuck, that guy's so good. That's so funny," and it elevates everybody.
That's right.
If you're there with Dalia or Joey or you or Sebastian, like, "Fuck, man, how am I so lucky?" Ali Wong and Whitney and Eliza, like, you're working with some of the best people in the country, the people that are killing it all over the country. Bert and Tom, and I mean, I can keep going on and on and on.